I'm Mrs. Vera Pall, and I was in the concentration camp 1944 through 1945. We went to the camp with my family, with my sister and with my father and mother. We took us from Debrecen, and they come to our house, and they said they're gonna give us a half an hour to pack our things, and we have to go with them. We don't know where we're going to go. Then we packed, and a half an hour later we left our apartment and we went with them. They took us also in Debrecen, where they used to live, mostly Jewish people, and they closed about 3 or 4 street, and they put us over there. Only it was Jewish people, and we got one room. Every family got one room where we used to live about 3 or 4 more days. One morning they came to us and they said, get dressed and we have to go. So we went to a train station and with my family, and we was holding a bag, something on our back. And our coat or our dress, we have a yellow stars. Everybody has to wear a yellow stars. That means we are Jewish people. And when we went to the train station, they have also over there blocks, some not a house, it wasn't a house, it was empty, but we was also over there about one day. We had to wait until the wagon, it's called wagon, it was a train, but it wasn't like people used to travel. It was like animal was traveling in the wagon, and they said to go in there. It was crowded. It was over there a few families, but we have no place where to sit. We have to stand, and they don't give us food to eat, just we was eating what we have. And where we went with the wagon, we find it was not so bad people. We find bad people, but it was some nice people who gave us drink and who gave us a little bit bread. We was traveling about 2 or 3 days because the wagon, the train, sometimes it stopped. We was traveling about 2 or 3 days, and then we arrived to a camp. It was a big camp. When the wagon stopped, we came out, everybody's feet was swollen, and of course it was over there dead people too. Where we arrived to this camp, it was all women over there. The woman told us we have to get undressed, and they took us to a shower, or we have to take a bath. Then the woman shaved us all over, not our hair. And when we was ready, they give back our clothes, And we was over there and a few hours, and later on they took us to a lager where I was over there to a family lager near to Vienna. The place is Gross and Zensdorf. It was a big place, it was a big lager, and we was about 100 people. It was a family lager. Every family got one bed. The younger people went out to work. Some people was working factory. I was working in the garden. It was very cold sometimes, and my hands was swollen. The older and the sick people was staying in the lager. They was watching the small kids, or they was cleaning the lager, or they was helping to the woman who used to cook for us. They was peeling potatoes or carrots. They was helping to do things or washing the dishes. And it was 4 Jewish women who used to cook for us. The food wasn't bad at all, but it wasn't enough. Usually they gave us soup, a lot of soup, no meat. And on Sunday everybody got a piece of cheese and a little bit marmalade, jelly. We used to wear our clothing, but they was giving us shoes. It was wood shoes, a big one and a big sole. Every Sunday we was in the camp. Everybody can do what they like to do. The young people was sometimes in the afternoon, they was singing. Some people was just going out for a walk. But Sunday we was in the camp, and everybody can do what they wanted to do.
Anybody try to escape? Were there any people that tried to ever escape, to get out from the camp, or, run away?
We have a Lagerführer, and if something was wrong, we can go to him. It was a German Lagerführer, but we had a Hungarian Lagerführer. So if we have some kind of a trouble, then we can go first to the Hungarian Lagerführer, and the Hungarian Lagerführer was talking to the German Lagerführer. When somebody was sick, we went to the Lagerführer and we got doctor and we got medicine. Or if the children was sick, right away we got doctor. People was jealous over there. When somebody has a little bit more food or more clothes, they was jealous from each other. Or the people was jealous who used to cook in the kitchen because they get better food and more food. We cannot get mail. We have from nobody who to send us mail because nobody stayed in Hungary. I'm from Debrecen, but in Budapest they stayed Jewish people who went to a houses and they stayed over there, or some people hide them, but we cannot get mail to our lager because they don't mail it to us. Nobody mail to us, and we cannot get mail. But we were more lucky than they was in Auschwitz, because we don't have garden like policemen, or we don't have that. Only we are working more and more, and because the Lagerführer was watching us. My sister it came a Jewish holiday, I think it was Passover, and she went to visiting to our relatives, to my aunt and to my cousins, and she stayed over there. My father sent a man to bring her home, but he cannot bring her home. So she was 14 years old, and the place was Újfehértó, and she went to Auschwitz, and she was not big enough to work, so right away they sent her to the gas camera. And my brother, he went to Russia. He was like a soldier, and once or twice we got mail from him. Then when they came back, people, they told us he got killed over there. When felszabadultunk, Russian soldier szabadított föl. We was very happy, but the soldier took the young girl and raped her. Then we went to Vienna ourselves, and we tried to find cars or some kind of things how we can get back to our home. When they felszabadítottak, right away we took our things, and with my family we stopped the car on the road, and we went to Vienna. And in Vienna we went to the train station, and I don't remember, we had to pay to the ticket, but we tried to go right away back to Hungary. But what I heard, some people even don't went back, they come right away to Israel or to the United States. When we was in the lager, that we heard that in Germany it has a place, it calls Auschwitz, where they are Jews who is working, but a lot of Jews, older people or kids, they get killed.
Mrs. Pall returned to Hungary in about 1945 after she was liberated. She stayed there and married in 1947 David Pall and immigrated to the United States in 1956. She's now living in Brooklyn with her daughter and her husband at 1220 43rd Street.